Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you a new Nancy Drew analysis video. Today's video is brought to you by the patrons over at Mystique Manor and by all the official Fellow Detective channel members. If you too would like to support the channel and gain access to exclusive features, check out patreon.com/wizardkitten to become a patron, or click join next to the subscribe button to become an official Fellow Detective. Last week, I began my journey as an intrepid Yelp reviewer of all of the small businesses in the Nancy Drew PC series. This week, I have decided to don that cap once again, but this time turn my attention to all of the vacation destinations within the series. There are quite a few locations within the series to visit, but which is the best? Today I shall answer this most important question so that you, fellow detectives, can choose which vacation to have and which to avoid. First, some exclusions. I have decided not to include any of the standalone hotels that Nancy can visit within the series, as these are more placeholder rooms than anything else. I am only including vacation destinations that come with an experience attached to them. For example, this excludes the hotel in Secret of the Scarlet Hand and the hotel in The Silent Spy. I have also decided to base this ranking on the vacation destinations after the events of the mystery have already taken place. It seems a bit unfair to judge businesses based on their worst moments, on the times when they had to invite in an amateur detective lest they be doomed. Rather, I've given these businesses some time to get their act together. We shall therefore imagine these locations in their prime, the acts of culprits aside. With these exclusions in mind, I have found 9 vacation destinations to rank. They will each be rated according to the following parameters, in this order of importance. First, overall customer experience. This primarily considers the amenities and customer service of the location. Is the location pleasant to visit? Are the owners pleasant to interact with? Are visitors treated to a positive experience with good services and perks? Second, ambiance and aesthetics. This takes into consideration the decor and design of the location. Does the location have a consistent vibe and theme? Is there a palpable atmosphere? And third, activities. This considers what visitors can do while staying at the location. Are there plenty of fun things to do and interesting things to see? What activities are included to help enhance the vacation experience? So, with our parameters in mind, here is your obligatory spoiler warning. Plot points will be discussed for the following games. You have been warned. And without further ado, let's put on our Yelp reviewer hat and get started. Number 9, Castle Finster from The Captive Curse. Wow. Aesthetically, I was deeply impressed by this place. The exterior of the castle is extremely charming and provides an excellent example of German architecture. The interior of the castle was also mesmerizing, with long fancy corridors and multiple grand rooms to take in. Visitors should note that the exterior of the castle is surrounded by a really creepy forest that can get extremely foggy and spooky at night. It also doesn't help that this place is plagued by rumors of some sort of monster wandering the woods and kidnapping young women. That rumor has been debunked recently, but I have to say, I still felt pretty creeped out to the point where exploring the woods felt like a no-go. The customer service experience was also a little rough. Honestly, this place seems like it's been through a lot of changes lately, and the staff haven't really gotten back on their feet. Additionally, while it was really fun to look at, there actually wasn't a whole lot to do in the castle. I took a couple tours and browsed the gift shop, but after that I started to feel a little claustrophobic, like there could have been more to keep me busy. I also had a really hard time finding my room. The hallways are seriously maze-like, and the rooms don't feel totally private. Overall, it's a gorgeous castle, but staying here just felt a little haphazard. Number 8, Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursion from Creature of Kapu Cave. Okay, here's what you need to know about this place. First of all, you'll stay on a gorgeous beach in Hawaii with crashing waves and palm trees. The beach is private and really stunning, perfect for swimming and sunbathing. There are also so many great activities and excursions that this location offers. You can gather shells, make traditional necklaces, go fishing, learn to surf from a professional, and go snorkeling and scuba diving. There's plenty to keep you busy. But man, the customer service here is rough. If I had known I was signing up for a scam, I wouldn't have gone. The owner, this Big Island Mike guy, markets this resort as an immersive Hawaiian experience. But then you have to turn around and give him all your fish, shells, and necklaces to earn Big Island bucks, which is the only currency he'll accept for food and shelter. And the only food on the property is snow cones. So not only am I paying money to stay here, now I also have to go off the property to find food, and if I don't work on his tasks, then I can't afford anything else. Such a ripoff. He's lucky that this Hawaiian resort is beautiful, otherwise this review could be way worse. Number 7, the Lilac Inn from Secret of the Old Clock. I had a really pleasant stay at the Lilac Inn. Highlights definitely included the world-famous pies and the peaceful grounds. I spent every morning taking a walk through the flowers and then spent every afternoon exploring around the nearby town. The Lilac Inn was also really pretty. It has this simple charm about it that makes it feel really quiet and relaxing, even though people are coming in all the time for meals. It was a lovely stay, but I confess that I got a bit bored at times. There's not really anything to do at the lodge, and frankly, there's not much to do in town either unless you drive around and bother random locals, and I certainly wasn't about to do that. I kept getting flyers on my car window for a psychic just up the road, but I wasn't at all impressed. Seems like a fraud to me. The inn itself also didn't have a ton of places to hang out. Once you're done in the restaurant, the sitting room is quite tight, and on busy days definitely started to feel crowded. I mostly felt confined to my room, which also wasn't terribly large to begin with. If you're looking for a really quiet, laid-back stay, the Lilac Inn is likely a great fit. But I just wish it had more to make it really stand out. Number 6, the Golden Gardenia from Message in a Haunted Mansion. I genuinely enjoyed my stay at the Golden Gardenia. First things first, it's absolutely gorgeous. The whole place has been recently renovated and it's a genuine Victorian mansion. The owners did a really great job trying to be true to the building's history, and it's decorated with memorabilia from past owners, historical artwork, and original furniture. The B&B also has an original library stuffed with books, a beautiful dining room where they serve a delicious breakfast, a really cozy sitting area where you can read and play games, and absolutely stunning themed bedrooms. Aesthetically, this place legitimately can't be beat. As far as activities go, it's pretty quiet and self-directed. They do offer a seance experience in the basement in the evenings, which was definitely fun, even if it was a little kooky. But otherwise, most of the activities took place around San Francisco. I will also say that this place isn't really for the faint of heart. The owners pretend like the Golden Gardenia is haunted just as a shtick. I can tell that they don't actually believe that there are real ghosts there. But I swear, once when I was reading in the sitting room, this swan head on a table moved on its own. I did not sleep well that night. It's a little creepy, but otherwise such a gorgeous place. Number 5, Dread Isle Ecotourism Resort from Ransom of the Seven Ships. This was such an exciting vacation. I loved the solitude that my ecotourism trip to Dread Isle provided. I felt so close to nature and so removed from all the bustle of my 9-to-5 that I was really able to enjoy it to its fullest. This place has so many cool things to do. You can go sailing, scuba diving, and island hopping. You can relax on the beach or explore around on golf carts. You can rock climb and visit both bat and monkey sanctuaries. I was definitely never bored here. The resort is also so beautiful. Pretty much everything you'd want from a beach resort. Sandy beaches, lots of wood tones, palm trees. I had kind of a hard time finding my room and the dining area though. I do also think that things may be a little too independent here. I mean, they made me sign a waiver in case I got hurt, but then they kind of just set you free. I loved getting to do whatever I wanted, but some climbing equipment would have been nice. There were legitimately monkeys throwing rocks at me, and the sneaky primates practically seemed to own the island. So, I wouldn't have minded a little more security. Overall, though, this was a fantastic trip. Number 4, Captain's Cove Amusement Park from the Haunted Carousel. What I love most about this place was how inclusive the experience was. All in one place, you can pay for your lodging, food, and park tickets, and then you're basically set for days. The room service menu is sparse, but still delicious, and there were plenty of food options within the park. I will say though, I swear that one of the park employees muttered niacin at me while I was eating my corn dog and ice cream sundae, whatever that's supposed to mean. Anyway, the activities here are obviously fantastic. This amusement park has it all. Roller coasters, a really cool historical carousel, a haunted house, an arcade area, and tons more. It's also got an amazing theme, and the whole park does a really great job being committed to that theme. Everything is designed with a sort of nautical ocean style in mind, and it just makes everything feel really fun and cohesive. I heard on the news that some of the rides here malfunctioned recently, and there were even some lawsuits, so I'll admit that I was a little nervous at times. Nothing happened when I was there though, and I had a really great experience. A really fun time. Number 3, Wickford Castle from Treasure in the Royal Tower. Wow, this place is seriously cool. I don't think anyone would ever expect a castle in Wisconsin to feel as authentic as this, but it was brought piecemeal all the way from France, so it feels extremely fancy and regal. It's also been renovated in such a clever way to have great individual hotel rooms with private bathrooms. The rooms are beautifully decorated, and the privacy was such a nice touch. They do offer room service, but the menu was legitimately weird. I mean, it was edible, but some of the options just didn't sound that appetizing to me. Good thing I brought plenty of snacks. I will also say that my radiator was making this really aggravating popping noise when I first arrived, and it took the staff some time before they got around to fixing it. I ultimately didn't mind that much though, because I spent most of my time out on the slopes anyway. The castle has a full ski rental shop right on site, and a convenient locker room. It was really easy to get out on the slopes, and I even got lessons from a former Olympic professional. He was kinda snooty, but he sure did know his stuff. When I needed to get inside and warm up, the castle had multiple hangout spaces, including a sitting room with a crackling fire and an original library. It was also really fun just exploring the hallways because there were all these kooky dead ends. What's up with that? I don't know if I'll ever find out, but regardless, I sure had a lot of fun at this gorgeous castle. Number 2, the Ryokan Hiei from Shadow at the Water's Edge. I gotta say, given this place's reputation, I was really nervous about staying here, but after their rebrand, I'm so glad that I did. The family that runs the Ryokan were incredible. They were kind and accommodating. My favorite part was all of the lessons they offered to teach about Japanese culture, like the tea ceremony class and the writing lessons. The Ryokan also has a stunning garden and amazing traditional baths, both perfect places to relax and rejuvenate. I also heard that this place was haunted, like deathly scary haunted, but whatever magic they used seems to have worked because the Ryokan felt bright and peaceful while I was there. No hauntings whatsoever. I did have to get pretty familiar with the train system in order to get to Kyoto for food and other activities, but the contrast of the modern city and the traditional Ryokan was really neat. I'm so glad I gave this place a chance. Number 1, Icicle Creek Lodge from White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Out of all of the places that I have stayed, this is the one place that has it all. Nestled in the snowy mountains of Canada, Icicle Creek offers the pinnacle of lodge experiences. Designed with a log cabin aesthetic, the lodge boasts a gorgeous great room with a crackling fireplace, a perfect place to relax or play games. It also has these really cool historical displays that let you know about the lodge's history. The rooms are private and incredibly cozy, perfectly decorated with that log cabin theme. The quilts on the bed are such a cute touch. Outside the lodge walls, guests are treated to an abundance of activities right on the property, including snowshoeing, cross-country ski trails, ice fishing, and ice skating. And then, when you get hungry from all of those activities, you can eat right at the lodge, where breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all freshly prepared. The lodge also offers full housekeeping services, and while the bathrooms aren't private, the lodge maintains a small guest list at all times, so that things don't feel crowded. It's an absolutely perfect place to visit. They have truly thought of everything here. So, there you have it, fellow detectives. My rankings of all of the vacation destinations in the Nancy Drew PC game series. I do find it interesting how the modern era mysteries only have one vacation destination, Castle Finster, and even then it's a lot less vacation-y than any of the other locations. Part of this, I think, has to do with the fact that one-day mysteries started to become more common as the series went on. In the classical era, Nancy can either manually change the time or switch between day and night in 6 of the classic mysteries, and 2, The Final Scene and Secret of Shadow Ranch, move themselves between days after a certain number of tasks are complete. In the Renaissance era, Nancy can only manually change the time in 3 mysteries, with an additional 2 moving between days on their own, Danger by Design and Phantom of Venice. Finally, in the modern era, Nancy can only move between day and night in The Deadly Device and Sea of Darkness, but that's it, while the time changes on its own in only Ghost of Thornton Hall. It was definitely more common earlier in the series for Nancy to need a place to stay. So I suppose why not make it a big part of the game's environments in order to help build the world and give that space multiple purposes. I personally love the inclusion of vacation destinations in the Nancy Drew series. It makes sense that Nancy would get to frequent multiple interesting locales as an international detective, and giving her a B&B, hotel, or resort to stay at really helps make her adventures seem ever more real. But what do you think, fellow detectives? Do you agree with my ranking? Of all the vacation destinations, which is your favorite and least favorite? Where would you personally stay if given the chance? Let a Wizard Kitten know in the comment section down below. If you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button or tipping me for the video with a super thanks next to the download button right beneath the video. If you would like to come join a fantastic group of fellow detectives at Mystique Manor as a patron for the channel, gain access to exclusive content, and support the making of more content like this, please check out patreon.com/wizardkitten. I also have channel memberships with exclusive badges and emojis to use during streams and in the comment section. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming an official fellow detective, click join next to the subscribe button. Please feel free to follow the channel on Instagram or Discord, linked in the description box down below. And as always, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Nancy Drew and Sims 4 content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.